Today on LakerTV, a fashion show inspired by the study of psychology. Plus, we'll introduce you to this year's Miss Spring at CCHS. We'll hear some of your March Madness predictions, and a couple of our staffers comment on the problems of high school romances. All coming up next on LakerTV.
Pack of cigarettes?
You need a little more, honey.
What's a pack of smokes cost? Your smooth skin.
See you again.
Smoking causes wrinkles that age you prematurely. What are cigarettes costing you?
Hey, it's Kick Butt Day here at Calloway.
Yeah, and the folks in the Family Resource Center are encouraging you guys to kick the smoking habit if you've already started. And if you haven't started smoking, then keep it that way.
And it's also Kick Butt Day again in the NCAA tournament. I'm thinking some of you probably had your bracket busted yesterday by a couple of upsets. Later on in today's show, we'll see your take on March Madness.
March Madness? I don't have time for sports. I'm already struggling with my own madness.
Sorry, Lindsay, we don't have time to counsel you right now. We have a show to do, so let's get it started.
This past weekend at the CCHS Anglers competed in the Student Angler Federation's MSU Open. Colton Knoll and Alan Mullins won first place, which earned them a spot in the Southeast region on Lake Cumberland in September. These two fellas beat out 110 other two-man teams in the competition. Congrats, guys! Also winning Saturday was freshman Andrew Douglas. He brought in the big bass of the day. It weighed a whopping 6 pounds 9 ounces. Congrats to all the guys that got top awards. The Laker Bass fishing team will be hosting their own tournament this weekend at the Kin Lake Marina. Take off at 7 a.m. and weigh in at 3 p.m. Good luck, guys. I'm sure you'll do great.
Spring officially begins this Sunday, March 20th. And for one girl here at CCHS, it officially marks the beginning of her reign over all the earth. Okay, actually it's just over all of Calloway County, but still, it's kind of a big deal. Reporter Claire Dixon is standing by to tell us all about the Ledger and Times selection for Miss Spring CCHS.
For the past 42 years, our local newspaper, the Murray Ledgers and Times, has been producing the special Miss Spring publication. This year, the selection was our own CCHS senior, Lauren Eastwood. So, congratulations, Lauren. How did you feel when you found out that you were going to be Miss Spring?
I was completely shocked. I know it's a tough competition. There's a lot of amazing girls from Murray and Callaway that have both applied. And to just be the winner of it all is just great, and I love it, and I'm really excited to be able to do it.
So how was the application process of being Miss Spring?
At the beginning of February, Chris and Lauren from the Murray Ledger came and gave any girl who wanted an application, they gave them an application. And we filled it out, and a couple weeks later I got a phone call saying I was a finalist. And man, I was pumped, I was excited, I was ready to go. I just had all these ideas oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And then I went through the interview process, and they showed up this past Monday and gave me the flowers and told me I was Miss Spring, and yeah, that's how it happened.
And so what does being Miss Spring entail?
Up until spring break, they're going to do some editorial articles and stuff like that, write about stuff that we do in our lives over summer, where we go on mission trips or sports camps or whatever. And then after spring break, they're going to come back and we're going to do the pictures around the community and stuff like that. So,
well, congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you in the newspaper. For Laker TV, I'm Claire Dixon.
This past Monday, Ms. DeVos' psychology class had a fashion show, featuring myself as one of the models. The fashion show featured t-shirts that the class designed based on certain psychology topics. And a special...
Miss Shay Caldwell is modeling an exemplary shirt designed and manufactured by Miss Gisele De Silva.
This isn't your typical fashion show. Instead of modeling the latest fashions by famous designers, Ms. DeVos' fourth block psychology class featured homemade t-shirt designs.
B.F. Skinner, but he had an idea to put missiles on a pigeon and send them after targets, basically, to sum it up, in World War II.
Our t-shirts has the pickup line, "Are you conditioned stimulus?" and on the back it finishes, because you're making me drool.
Some topics included Ivan Pavlov's classical conditioning.
This design was used because Ivan Pavlov was a pioneer of the classical conditioning method.
And counter conditioning and the effect of cookies on overcoming your fears.
Counter conditioning, a pleasant stimulus is paired repeatedly with a fearful one, counteracting the fear. So, do you want a cookie?
Because, after all, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
And a special congrats to Chloe Jones. She recently won first prize at the World Language Showcase for her flipogram.
Wow, good job. And coming up during the break, you'll get some interesting relationship advice from our very own Tanner Robertson and Kaylee Anderson.
And after the break, we'll take a look at some funny Snapchat selfies.
Don't go anywhere, Lakers. We'll be right back.
Where could they go? They're kind of stuck in a classroom, being forced to watch us.
Well, you know, people from outside the school watch us.
If you say so.
All
right,
that's just
cut to the break already. I don't care.
Student loan debt is like carrying around a load of excess weight. Now try carrying that around for the next 4 years in order to pay it off. How do you plan on paying for college?
I don't know. I'm only 7 years old.
Yeah, I still have a summer job. Taking honors classes.
The more you save now, the less you will need to borrow and pay back later. With Kentucky's 529 College Savings Plan, you can save just $25 a month and get tax benefits.
Get off Twitter. It's knowhow2go Kentucky.org.
What do you want?
Good morning, ma'am. Is your husband home?
Husband? You mean my live-in servant, Walter? Walter! Some scrawny white chick here to come see you. What are you talking about?
I'm here to tell you about our new program, Drop Dead Life Insurance.
Tell me what, little girl. Don't you even think about it.
Well, I mean, if your husband or beloved is dying.
Not beloved. Walter, shout out to the Lord, tell him you coming early.
Anyway, you'll receive a check to soothe your grieving soul.
I've been thinking about that. Walter, don't even think about it. Ow! Walter! Life insurance, life insurance. You're gonna get a check. I'm gonna get it. I've just been thinking about that.
Thank you.
Walter, you done sold your soul to the devil. Well, you already married you, so I did that in the first place.
Sir, you need to come in here.
What?
Yeah. You know that lady you walked in here with?
Loretta?
She dead. Ice cold.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. She ice cold.
Get back there, go! She gone now.
Wow, I feel good.
It's awful. And that reminds me of Loretta. Wonder how she's doing up there. Or down there. I don't know. Oh, he gonna get when he get up here. I don't need sunglasses to see that he pitch black. No, sir, there ain't no hiding that. Nah. Now, when he get up here, it gonna be a royal butt chew. I tell you what. Walter, if you can hear me, you gonna die soon. And I'm gonna come get you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hunt you right now. Walter!
A new Snapchat update, you can now add a wide variety of filters to your photos, from a puppy dog to scary makeup and everything in between. The possibilities are endless when it comes to creating a funny photo, so we took a phone around and had some members of the LakerTV staff and even some teachers here at CCHS take a selfie. Take a look. It's that time of year again. March Madness is back, and sports fans everywhere are anxiously watching the games, hoping their bracket doesn't bust. For many, that time has already come with Yale defeating Baylor as well as Arkansas Little Rock taking down Purdue in double overtime. Many of you guys filled out a bracket and I asked you who would win it all. Also a video clip that a faculty member hoped would be deleted and forgotten about. March is quickly coming to an end, and for many sports fans, it's the most exciting time of the year. The NCAA basketball tournament begins this week, and many people will be glued to their television for the weeks to come. The games will be broadcast on CBS-affiliated networks such as True TV, TNT, and TBS. Thanks to a recent pep rally, we now know how Mr. McAllen gets ready for the tournament. Although CBS has their own game analysts, some of you think that you could do their job better. So I asked you who would win the championship.
Michigan State. Indiana.
Kobe?
They do.
Yale. Tar Heels, North Carolina.
Notre Dame?
I'd have to say Yale. UK.
Whatever the outcome, have fun and enjoy March Madness presented by CBS.
Well, spring is upon us, and love is too. Kind of. Relationships have been brewing in the hallways, but sadly, some are still single. I'm not single right now, but I was for like 16 years of my life. Several guys and girls have a lot of perspective when it comes to dating. Kaylee Anderson and Tanner Robertson will fill you in on just what they think about the lovey-dovey, mushy stuff that most of us are forced to watch on a daily basis.
You're watching Ladies vs. Gentlemen Talk with Tanner Robertson and Kaylee Anderson. Turn up the volume. Ladies vs. Gentlemen is about to begin.
So you're walking down the hallway and you see some girl and guy holding hands and you're like, oh, they're so cute.
But not really.
No.
The average hand holds 150 species of bacteria. Do you want to get MRSA? No. Come on, single ladies, you've got to relate.
I mean, did you not even listen to Katie Duggar at Calloway Idol?
Guy that's sweet, a guy that's tough, a feminist who likes paper stuff, the kind of guy that gets along with your friends without being attracted to any of them.
So by the time we're in high school, we're all starting to look for a more serious relationship instead of those cheesy dramas in the middle school years that we were used to. For example, the, oh my gosh, I'm holding his hand in the hallway.
It was so simple back in the day. All you had to do was check yes or no. Maybe there was a little maybe in there, but maybe see a movie together, which, by the way, your parents are a few rows back.
Yeah. Brandon Galley, a marketing expert, states that high school sweethearts that get married while they're still teenagers only have a 54% chance of having their marriage last 10 years. You haven't even gone through 1/3 of your life yet. Come on, you don't want to ruin it.
I talked with some guys about a relationship, how they're overrated or not. Some said girls expect it to be a fairy tale that comes true. Guys have a totally different thinking process when it comes to relationships. Some guys' perspectives were very odd. According to senior Bradley Kelso, all girls want is perfection, but we're not perfect. We're high school boys. It has to be a lifelong term, being together like, dude, I'm only 18.
Another senior guy, Blake Schombacher, says they expect too much when it comes to money and they have to hold the door open when the girl walks out and having common courtesy. It's hard to be nice all the time. Honestly, in my opinion, no guy tells their girl the truth.
And when she says no one, she means no one. Not even the girls sometimes.
And the girl's perspective is totally different. All we want is for you to be loyal, and food is nice, and maybe sprinkle some surprises every now and then.
Like, how sweet would it be if the guy came over if the girl is sick? But that really doesn't happen. The guy doesn't come because he doesn't want to get sick.
What's a little strep throat gonna do to you?
Well, that's all on our Ladies versus Gentlemen Talk.
If anyone has any comments for next week, don't hesitate to tell us.
Bye.
Bye.
Anyway, before we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you about the canned food drive for Needline being sponsored by the Student Council. They're asking you to help out the local Needline by bringing donations of canned food to your 4th block class.
And they're throwing in some special incentives for you to participate. The winning grade will get to go to lunch early on Chicken Nugget Day, and the winning class gets a free pizza party. So it's a give food, get food deal. So we hope you'll help them out next week.
Yeah, I'm glad the chicken nuggets have gotten better. Like,
yeah, I am
they're
too.
They're bigger. Even though you get less, they're bigger, so it makes up for it.
And I'm calling out the junior class because they're better, so we can go to lunch early and not have to wait in line.
But the senior class will do it anyway because they're better.
Well, we'll see about that. See you next week, Lakers.
Go Lakers.